the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Welcome to the podcast. For fuck's sake! That was...
I can't physically. I was just going to play
You said you could beat me.
Sorry for all the
You said-
podcasts. I apologise to the
Akmal
podcast
moment.
listeners.
Well, what do you mean? You're going to beat...
All I said is if you go, welcome to the podcast and leave a gap, I can add a beep in live as we go. I can't actually mute your mouth.
Oh, for sake.
I could have told you that earlier.
Right. I don't have a fucking problem with
Oh,
that.
come on.
Okay, well, the topic of swearing has come
Hey,
up.
they can't fire us both. That's a good thing.
No, they could try. Do you know what's interesting? If you swear when you are doing something physically strenuous, right? Like if you're trying to lift a whole lot of weight or you've got to shift a slab of concrete, well, I'll tell you what, a couple of expletives can make you stronger than without them. So if you get up there and go, oh, I'm just going to lift these bricks up above my head, ow!
I hope he drops them.
That hurt my fingies. You won't have the energy. But if you go, I'm just going to lift these fucking bricks through the roof, yes! You can do it. You missed the F-bomb I just dropped,
I know.
Jess. You said you would beat me.
I did, but I didn't, and that is awesome.
Terrible teamwork. Enjoy this an episode of the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about our mums, Fitz. There's nothing better than the way you love your mum. I was with my mum on the weekend. She lives in Melbourne, and we were hugging it out. And she still refers to me as her little Mikey boy. And it's cute, mate. It's very cute.
It is cute. And for everyone out there, Mother's Day, we're only just over a week away now. 11th of May, Sunday. And you know what? We want to help the mums out here, especially the mums of Sydney. This is all thanks to Moonpig.
How
we're
dare
gonna
you? Oh, sorry, it's the name of the company, is it?
It's the same of the company, yeah. We're going to be celebrating the mums in our lives with the Mother's Day lunch.
Okay.
Okay? And we
Awesome.
want you... This is what we want you to do. And it's hard to do. You've got to be vulnerable when you do this. But we want you to write a special letter for your mum or whoever mum is to you, and you can win a seat at our Mother's Day lunch.
What a great idea.
So registrations are open now. You can register via the Nova Player app or online at Nova FM, and we could be calling you back next week to win. But it's what we want you to do, and you know what? It's hard. It's really hard. But sometimes if you just spend a little bit of time and write down, even if it's a paragraph of what that person means to you or what they've done for you in the past year, it's a generosity letter, isn't it, really?
I love it. Yeah, it's a letter of appreciation, and tomorrow we're going to kick it off. We're going to be reading to our mums. Who's up first, Tommy? Is it me or Fitzy?
I think it'll be Fitzy.
Right, Fitz, you're going to read your letter to your mum, Claire Fizzle. And that'll kick things off. But we need yours if you want to get involved. So make Mother's Day. You can also get personalised cards from Moonpig. Create your masterpiece at moonpig.com.
Well, that Moonpig's unbelievable because you can send in your own photos. You can
love
put
it.
up videos.
Then Mum's got a card.
Moonpig then send it out to your mum. They do all the work for you. But you do what I want people of Sydney to do is I want you to actually sit down and I want you to think about this and write to your mother, the most important person in your life, and what they mean to you.
Yeah.
Guys, just on mums, I was sent some footage by Wippa's wife, Lisa, over the weekend. And Fitz, I'm going to show
have
it
you
to
got
you
on you?
now. But Wippa was catching up with his mum, like he said, on the weekend, and somehow it ended up with Wippa being topless.
Okay. I can hear her laughing. Turn that volume down. We're
on
not
his
sharing
mum's
this.
couch, getting back scratched by his mum whilst
I
topless.
think he's being getting the fleas out of your back hair.
Now, so your wife asked me, is this normal? Is it normal for a mum to do this?
That's a cute, intimate video of Mum as she would as I grew up. And I'd go, oh, Mummy, can I have a bit of a back scratch? Mummy, I've got a bit of an itchy back. Could you give me a back scratch?
But I would argue your mum shouldn't still be doing that at 40, what?
42, yeah.
42?
Do you know what, though, mate? Do you know what? If that's what you love about your mum, if you love getting back scratches, I'm all for it.
And I'd scratch her back. you know, if she
Well,
wanted
she got
me to.
back hair as well.
No,
has
I'm not
she?
saying she.
Oh, no, sorry.
I'd pick the bugs out of her back hair as well.
No, but make your Mother's Day with a personalised card from Moonpig. It is amazing. You can create your masterpiece at moonpig.com. All right, you can do it there. But we are going to have the best thing about this as well. We're going to send you to lunch with us and our mums.
Oh, what a treat!
And so free food. Drink. It's going to be a great day next Friday.
And all those mums can scratch my back.
Yeah, should we chuck it out there? What does your mum still do for you and your whatever age?
Yeah, celebrate it
Because I would argue you're too old to have your back scratched by your mum.
Shirt off on the couch with my mum. Rachel and Sinai's welcome to the show. What does your mum still do for you, Rach?
Hey guys, my mum and my mother-in-law both get the stains out of mine and my kids' clothes.
It's good, isn't it?
Still to this day, Rach.
Yeah, I gave mum some clothes the other day because my daughter got tomato sauce on her pyjamas. I have a clothesline.
You know what? Mums quite often, if they've been the at-home mum, then they will have vast experience and knowledge in different products to get different stains out of it. And it's amazing to watch. It's like magic, isn't it, Rach?
It is magic. They just know how to do it.
Oh,
So good. Dom in Wollongong, what does your mum still do for you, Dom?
My mum still needs to come with me to the doctors and hold my hand with anything to do with needles.
Awesome. Dom, have you ever passed out from a needle?
What was that?
Ever passed out from a needle?
No, I'm just so scared. I'm like a baby and I literally cry. I've never passed out though.
How old are you, Dom?
25.
25. Still gets mum to take it. That's great.
And does the doctor turn to your mum at any stage during the chat and say, and is there something I can help you with today?
Oh my God, no. She goes, and how old are you? And I'm like 25. She goes, what is your mother doing here? Leave me alone.
Okay. And the doctor says, get a support dog, not a mum.
All right, you need to celebrate your mum, Dom, and this is what we're asking you, just to write a special letter for your mum or whoever mum is to you, and you can win a seat at our Mother's Day lunch. It's next Friday. Registrations are open. Register via the Nova Player app or online at Nova FM. Just sit down and take a bit of time. Tell them how much they mean to you, and you make her Mother's Day with a personalised card from Moonpig as well. You can create your own masterpiece at moonpig.com. It's starting next Friday.
I love it.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Do you know, I spend a lot of my time doing strong work around the house for my wife. I don't know.
Gosh.
As if you don't do it. Can you open this? Can you open this jar? Can you open this? You know, the bottles that we use for, what do you call the soda stream? Bottles that we use for the soda stream. Sometimes they leak, so I screw the lids on tight. And I'm told they're too tight. Can you undo this? Can you undo... Okay. Here's go on.
Can I just quickly, before you go on today, for everyone, he's rocked up to, and your wife is very well dressed.
Thank you.
Fashionista, I would say. And
fashion couple.
Can I ask... Did you get her advice when buying your shacket that you're wearing today, your shirt jacket?
Has not seen the shacket in the flesh.
Oh, man.
No.
You're in massive trouble when you get home.
Has not seen the shacket from Academy brand. Here's the new game we play when we go shopping. I go into the change rooms and the boys are with me, so they come in and then they make fart noises from within the change rooms. Right. And then I have to come out and apologise and say, sorry about that, guys.
They shack at themselves, do they?
Yeah, they shack at the back of their pants and I shack at the front of my chest. And as it turns out, it's a 50-50 split shirt jacket. And I look great. Can we check on the feedback online from the start of the show, Tommy?
Yeah, awful.
People liking it?
Absolutely awful.
It's actually a bit hot, Tom. It's quite hot in the shacket.
Yeah,
now I see why people shacket it more than shirt it.
Mate, shack attack.
Well,
Right
you've
there.
got to undo the buttons. But
Yeah,
you
but
don't, you don't have a T-shirt underneath. Oh, my God. You are wearing a shirt. Oh, no, you're not.
It's a doona. It's a doona. I've got a rug on underneath. It's actually, I could do with a T-shirt. Let's move on to this, because here's where my wife needs to learn, and she could give the kids an education at the same time. If you actually swear while you're doing something that is physically strenuous, it can improve your strength by up to 1.4 kilograms.
What?
Yeah. It'll strengthen the way forward. So if you can't undo that jar, to be able to say and let it out, you will be able to undo that jar with strength.
I just think it's emitting air out of your mouth. It's like at the gym. So you're saying at the gym, if you want to get your bench press record...
Drop a couple of F-bombs.
Oh,
you will. If you are struggling on the bench press, don't be shy and start swearing. I sat down with producer Ollie to test this out this morning. I said, Ollie, it was weird. It was a weird start to the day at 4:30 in the morning. I said, Ollie, meet me in the kitchen. We decided to have an arm wrestle. So the first go fits using all my strength. Yeah. I did not swear, okay? And have a look what happened here.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, gosh and bother, he's a strong chappy. He's absolutely he's a strong lad.
See, very polite.
Buttercup.
Ollie smashed you?
Yes.
Did Ollie smash you?
Smash me. So then I decided to insert a couple of words, a little bit more colourful this time. Have a listen.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You piece of hey.
I mean, Ollie hasn't spoken to me yet since, but I won. I won it. Even in a shacket, I won that arm wrestle.
I think it was the shock of the shacket that really...
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Do you hang out with your teacher?
No.
And I know, and like I said before, I know the landscape has changed and you can't do that anymore. I mean, teachers can't even follow students on social media, which is understandable, and I understand all of it. But back in the old days, I mean, Mr. Joy, who was a mentor of mine and my favourite teacher, when it was over 36 degrees and we got to go home early, everyone from class would go over to Mr. Joy's house for a swim in his pool.
But you still catch up with him, don't you?
Yeah.
For a jar?
Caught up with him recently, actually. He's a legend, just an absolutely legend. You know, the unfortunate thing, and he was really upset about this, but there was new ownership of his local pub.
Yeah.
And he went down there, and I think a girl that was working there had a go at him about something. And he said, look, I've been here for a very long time. He had to go back. They gave him a 3-month ban from his local.
Kidding me.
Then...
But I'm Mr. Joy, that's all I bring.
He was so upset that he wrote a letter to that girl apologising, and because he gave her a letter individually and not through the pub, they gave him an extra 6-month ban for going to her
You've
personally.
got to be kidding.
No.
Even though his will was good and he wanted to correct the situation.
He was shattered.
Shame on that pub. That does not pass the pub test.
Now,
in
this
the
one,
pub.
This one's a little bit weird, though. This is in Ohio. A teacher over there, Mr. Hilt. Mr. Hilt went to a student's house. Okay. Have a listen to this news story.
Last month, he followed a student's bus home, reportedly to make sure she had completed a homework assignment. Her parents say they had no idea he'd be stopping by. And when they asked him why he was there, he said if all students completed the assignment, the class would get a pizza party. The superintendent says Hilt will remain on leave pending the outcome of the district's investigation.
Don't write a handwritten letter to her.
Well, it is a little bit different. She was the only one who hadn't handed in the homework assignment, and if she did, everyone got a pizza party.
I get it. What I struggle with is when he followed and watched her from a distance to see which bus she got on, and then made his way to her house.
Did you hang out with your teachers, Andrew, in Parks? Did you?
Yeah, I was one of those losers who did, because my old man was a teacher where I went to primary school. So I would come home and Miss Kirk, my Year 2 teacher, was there having a wine and a steak after school one Friday.
That would have been weird, Andrew.
I was 9 or 10, so yeah, I did. There were a few questions I had after she left, but she left about midnight, so I was in bed.
Don't tell me your dad and Miss Kerr weren't getting to know each other at all, were they, Drew?
Extra tuition.
Well, I did get good report marks, which shocked me.
I bet you did. They had wine stains all over them. Andrew, thanks, buddy.
Talia's given us a call from Toongabbie. Who did you hang out with, Talia?
I was at Year 12, bunch of girls, and we used to go out with our history teacher. He was super cool.
Oh, he was cool, was he?
You didn't go out?
We go to the local pub on a Friday after school.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's just a group of 16, 17-year-old girls going to the pub with... How old was your teacher?
He was only... I reckon it's hard to tell when you look back now, but but I reckon he was like mid-20s, mid to late 20s.
It's got a bit of stink on it.
Talia, be honest with us. Did he flirt with you girls, or was it just more just to have a drink and socialise?
No, he was pretty awesome. I don't reckon he was flirting with them. I know at the time it was more of a just like I think he enjoyed the company. He was quite young.
Yeah, he was quite young, and all he wanted to do as a mid-20s bloke was make some new friends. That's all he wanted to do, and he chose 16-year-old girls.
That is
he just wanted some company. I mean, Steve, Shane and Tony were over there, but he didn't want to hang out with them.
Does sound very Dawson twins, doesn't it? But, let's go to Jasmine in Mount Druitt. Do you still hang out with your teachers, Jazz?
I do. One of them was one of the ones who actually kept me through in school, especially because I lost my parents quite young. So,
right. Okay, Jazz.
I had some pretty influential teachers who still are a part of my life now. One will be at my wedding next year, and one was at my engagement party last week. So,
congratulations, Jazz. When are you getting married?
February next year.
Awesome work.
I love that, Jasmine, because your parents you do push your parents away when you're very young, and teachers can be very good mentors and mean a lot to you. You know, when you mature and you realise how much they meant to you, you want to go back and have, a relationship with them.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a great story. Jazz, thank you for your call. Love that. I reckon we should call the pub that Mr. Joy got booted from, Ryan. Do you know them? Do you know the management there? I reckon we call them and try and get Mr. Joy his seat back at the bar.
I was going to get involved with it, actually, because I was really upset with it as well. But he said to me, "No, I don't want anything to do with it. Like, I'm so upset with it now that I'm never going back to the pub again."
Do you know what we could do? How's this for a great idea?
I had to drag him out of the gutter when he told me that.
Yeah. No, Fitz, this is a good idea. Let's start a crowdfundme and buy the pub and call it the Joy Hotel. And you get like one of those paintings made with Mr. Joy's head on it, where he looks all regal and it's on the wall, and he is the unofficial mayor of the town.
Yes, and it's your happy hour at the Joy.
Yes, Joy Hour. It's actually a great idea. I'm quitting radio. My ideas are too good.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Fitz, we love a world record on the show. And well done to Liesl Benecki from Jindalee in Western Australia. This is an interesting one because Liesl has got the largest collection in the world of minions.
There was a period, oh my God, when Despicable Me took off in our house. If my kids said banana one more time, I would have lost the plot.
Mate, I love Minions, even the way it comes out at the start when it's doing the promo for the film. I get it. And Despicable Me was huge, and there's been heaps of them, and they're great, and we love them. But she's got 1,035 pieces of paraphernalia related to the little yellow nuggets.
That'd take up most of the house.
Mate, they're on the shelves, they're on the walls, they're on their bed, they're stuffed toys, they're everywhere. They're kitchen utensils. I wonder if she's single. I would suggest she could be.
God.
Imagine meeting her and going back to her place for the first night.
I remember when Huey went through a Slimer from Ghostbusters stage.
Yeah, okay.
Where he just wanted everything about Slimer. What do you collect? 13 24 10. Bree's giving us a call from Bondi. What do you collect, Bree?
Hello, guys. First of all, I'm for the shacket. I love the shacket.
Thanks, Bree. Tick for the shacket from Bree. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on our Instagram page.
On that, I used to collect those cards from Woolies.
Yeah.
You know, the free cards that you used to get. And I convinced myself that it was actually for my daughter, but then I became that weird lady that was kind of hovering over the counter when someone would finish. Like, are you going to take the cards? Or can I have the cards?
Yeah, give me the cards.
Yeah, so I collected lots and lots and lots of cards.
Did you tell anybody about it, Bree? Were you proud of your collection? Would you invite your friends around to show them the Woolies cards?
Well, at the start, I used to say to my family, oh, look, Evie, my daughter, she loves the cards. And then everyone kind of got over it. And then I thought, this is getting a little bit weird. I might just keep it to myself now.
Why have I lost all my friends? Bree, thank you for your call.
Jennifer and Guy Mia, what was your collection, Jen?
My late parents collected Barbie dolls.
Oh, my gosh.
How many you reckon? How many you reckon, Jen?
They would have had maybe 80.
Yeah. Wow.
China plate.
Okay.
There would have been about 100 of those.
Yeah.
And coins. And there would have been thousands and thousands of dollars of coins.
Bree, there is such a fine line between a collector and a hoarder, isn't there?
Yes.
If you collect too many things, you're just a hoarder.
Did they
I think
pass
they were
them?
hoarders.
Did they pass them down to you, Jen? Have you got them now, or
I've got some of them.
are there anything that's worth anything, Jen?
There's a Barbie doll that's like half a human size.
What? Like a small
That I'm
human?
giving- yes, that's half a human that I'm giving to my daughter.
Oh, does it look a little bit creepy if it's a massive
It does.
Barbie?
It does look a bit creepy.
Okay, human-sized Barbie doll. I think I'd prefer the Minions. I think I'd back in the Minion Girl Lees all over the Barbie dolls.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Throwing it out there, 8 Mile's not just one of the greatest rap movies of all time, but I'm throwing it. It's one of the greatest movies of all time, I think.
I don't think it
good,
is.
It's a good motivational movie. Like, you know,
Rabbit.
It is. Like, it's unbelievable the pressure that this white guy was under at these rap battles. I showed the boys it recently, and it's unbelievable to overcome resilience and anxiety. He was in the worst possible situation, and those rap battles that he had, you could tell that he was going to be a superstar. For him to get up and fail and fail and fail, and then for him just to click, and then all of a sudden it all just came into place.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden Dr. Dre comes into his life, then he's a multi-millionaire and he's one of the best rappers of all time.
All within 2 hours.
I've always wondered, right, who those guys were that he battled against.
Where are they now?
Because it's a true story. So one of them's just done a podcast recently, Whip, and his name's Rhymefest. And this is a pretty fascinating story because he talks about racism and he's rapping against this white guy. But have a listen to this.
Yeah. You battle Eminem?
Battle Eminem in 98 at this competition called Scribble Jam in Cincinnati. It was the biggest battle in the Midwest and one of the biggest rap battles in the country. And a lot of famous rappers, DJs, and breakdancers came out of Scribble Jam. And so I battled Eminem, and that was the first time a white guy ever called me
Ooh.
and he said, I'll let my razor split you till they have to staple stitch you. This took my facial tissue, turned it to a racial issue.
He said my facial tissue, racial issue. Bars.
Eminem said that?
Yeah, that was Eminem's freestyle on Rhymefest. Let's have a listen to it again.
I'll let my razor split you till they have to staple stitch you. This took my facial tissue, turned it to a racial issue.
So then he starts talking about, so he's been called the N-word by a white guy.
Yeah.
And he obviously that's the worst thing that you can do, especially when you've got other people around watching it. Have a listen to how he explains racism. This is really, really interesting.
I realized something about racism that day. It's why Family Guy works. It's only good when it's funny.
Yeah.
Right. It only is non-offensive when it's dope.
Yeah,
right. Hadn't it not been dope, it would have been a problem. Right? But you so cold and courageous,
man,
that you did it and got away with it.
Dangerous question is what is funny. So if in doubt, don't go for it.
Well,
that would be my tip of the day.
I mean, it is a huge risk by Eminem, but it paid off.
Oh, my God.
It's massive.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We all have to vote this Saturday. It is the federal election. Politicians, they're trying to sell you the world, and the team at Gruen Nation, they're not buying it. Tonight, 8 p.m. on ABC TV and ABC iView. It's the magnificent Gruen Nation, and their host joins us now, Wil Anderson.
Hello, Wilbur.
Hang on, sorry, I'm just getting a text from Clive Palmer that I might need to answer. Hang on, no, I'm just getting another text from Clive Palmer that I might need to answer.
Another trumpet?
Is it weird that mine says, "Are you up? What are you wearing?" Is that a political message? That doesn't seem...
Wow, you're on the personal list, aren't you? See, I thought mine was quite generic.
Must be an algorithm thing, I reckon, with that.
So Will, you'll cover this tonight in Gruen Nation, but does it work, or is it? It's not beneficial for people are firing up. I think what's been funnier has been the responses from people back to this H. Fong who's been sending it on behalf of the Trumpets of Patriots. Does this stuff work at all?
Well, they don't get any of the responses because literally, like, if you try to respond to any of this, it doesn't go back to them. Secondly, you can't block it. It's amazing. No. You can't block the number.
Really?
You can't report it as spam. This is the great thing about, like, when in a normal advertising campaign, you have to have some element of truth in advertising. I mean, you can stretch the truth a little bit. You can promise a bit of, but you can't say, eat a Hungry Jack's burger and you'll be able to jump 3 meters in the air. Like, you're just not allowed to lie in advertising. That would mean the burgers were better at Hungry Jack's. You know? McDonald's ones have got a pickle in them. These ones you can jump 3 meters high. But when it comes to political advertising, you can just say whatever it is that you want to say. You can do whatever it is you want to do. The normal rules of society do not apply. And so if you're Clive and you have this unlimited budget and every election campaign you buy a new political party and start again, which is what he's done with the Trumpet of Patriots, you can basically just do what you want to do. And what they really don't think they're going to do is get anyone elected, but they want to get a certain amount of votes because obviously the more votes you get, there is money that comes back the other way. So it's both a branding for Clive Palmer himself, but also it's a way to, make some more money on the back end.
Okay, well, what I've found fascinating too as we come to the final days of the campaign is it feels like both parties are doing a lot of, we'll do that and more. Oh, what about this? Yeah, we'll do that. A lot of sort of false promises, you might argue, that are flying around, but everybody seems to be able to cover every problem perfectly.
Oh, well, the great thing about Peter Dutton is that if you don't like his policies, wait a second, it'll backflip on him, which I enjoy. My favourite one has been the fact that his petrol station one is the one that I love. He hasn't gone to a nuclear power plant for the entire election, but he's been to 14 petrol stations so far. He must just love a servo pie because he is just there going 25 cents off your petrol. That's the way to go. But yes, this is the idea, Wip, is I don't know if you've been seeing a lot of this algorithm stuff, but what we used to see in election campaigns was big, beautiful ads by the major parties, and they would tell you what they wanted to do and what their vision for the country is. But that's not what we're seeing anymore. We're seeing these cheap and nasty ads. None of them are particularly impressive to look at. They are made very quickly. They are made to look cheap because the idea is, Fitz, that this is a cost of living election. So you don't want your ad to look too expensive. You want it to look cheap, but also you want it to be reactive. So most of this election, this is the first election where under 35s are probably going to decide the election. There's a new generation of voters. So where they're getting their ads are YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and they're the sort of ads that you can turn around really quickly. Any of these things that they call brain rot, if you don't know what brain rot is, it's basically any meme or any bit of vision that you've looked at and it's made you think, I'm 150 years old. I don't understand what this is at all.
Well, did you see the one on Instagram the other day, and it was from the Liberal Party, but they had posted something and it said Albo's menswear store, and it was to point out that he was lying, so it just had a rack of pants on fire for liar pants on fire.
That one at least is almost understandable. At least you kind of can see what's behind that one. A lot of them I watch and I'm like, was the brief make a migraine into an ad? But the truth of it is that the reason that they do these things is there is a lot of low information voters, and what they've found with younger people in particular is they will share something that they think is bad content. They will share it with their mates, how's this? Have a look at this. And if you watch that whole video for 20 seconds, say the Liberal Party puts out that ad and you watch it for 20 seconds, it changes your algorithm on your computer. So now they have more information that you engaged in their content, which means next time they want to send you a more traditional message, maybe on polling day about who you should vote for, they know that you're already sympathetic and they have your information.
This is crazy. Can I also ask you, Will, do you go into, Abby Chatfield's been behind the Greens quite a bit. She's appeared in a lot of online ads, even the last year or so with the Yes campaign as well. Do celebrities, do they make a difference at all?
Thank you for asking that, because tonight on our show, we are running an ad that we have made ourselves to encourage celebrities to shut up.
Great.
And we have
Thank you, someone said it.
all I will say is we have Joel Creasy did part of it for us, which was fantastic. Carl Stefanovic is in it. Kate Langbrook is in it. Georgie Parker sings a little bit of Imagine in our ad. It's really worth seeing. It's very fun.
Because also one of my favourite platforms too is Grindr, and I've seen a lot of ads from the Greens on there, Will.
Oh, yeah. You've been on Grindr regularly.
Yes. So there's a lot of...
For your political content. That's the only reason. Just keeping up to date on what's... I shouldn't have said up to date, I suppose. That's the wrong way to put that when we're talking about Grindr. But different kind of polling.
Yes. It's where I go for all my polling.
You're swinging voters in Grindr.
The Rusty Trump.
Minority government, more a coalition situation, would you say?
Sorry, Fitzy's got one to get out. Go on, Ryan.
Oh, the Rusty Trumpet.
What else have we got?
I was going to say the Rusty Trumpet of Patriots, but mate,
oh my God.
Oh my gosh, we're going way too far.
Even Will has been silenced by that, Ryan James.
Have you voted already, Will? Have you pre-polled, or are you going on Saturday? Do you like to get a sausage? How do you tackle the day?
It's tough for me as an ABC employee, obviously as an employee of the hate media. We have to be very balanced at the ABC. So B1 will be voting Coalition and B2 will be voting Labor. I might vote to the left, which means that Adam Hills has to vote for the right. Yeah, that's how it works. It all has to be down the... He leans a little to the right anyway, but that's mostly the leg.
As a taxpayer, thank you.
That's because of the leg.
Are we still on air?
Yeah, we're live. Will, we're definitely live.
Oh, I love you, Wil Anderson, Gruen Nation. It is tonight, 8 p.m. on ABC TV and also ABC.
Hang on, I'm getting a text from the Rusty Trumpet.
Fits in Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.